the conditions are really a result of the strengths and weaknesses of the stones in various forms, meaning some are stable in certain environments, but they happen to be very brittle, and if they're impacted, they'll be damaged. Others are, just by their nature, the way they've been formed, are vulnerable to environmental conditions, and as a result, they come into harm's way. So, for instance, the slates, which are a very brittle material, will hold their carvings very well because they can stand up to weathering, but they're also subject to being damaged just by even sometimes minor impact. And so you get breakage and you get loss as a result of it. Sandstones, which were an easy material to extract from the ground and carve, are formed in a horizontal flat position. Well, if you look around, they're all used in a vertical position. They essentially act like decks of cards or slices of bread, and that because of the nature of the way they're formed, from just normal environmental exposure and absorption of water, they can tend to cleave like a deck of cards and start coming apart. Marbles, because they essentially are formed similar to what looks like a sugar cube, is they're a granular based material. They can weather due to atmospheric conditions and things like that, so you start to get erosion. And then granites, which really are the most recent use, they tend to be very stable in the environments that we've had over the last 100 years. So you can see that these things evolve. The first three of those stone categories have tended to show that they've been vulnerable to the time that they've been out. The granites are much, much more stable, just inherently by their nature, and also they haven't been subjected to the same time periods or exposure of conditions.